Hello everyone, here I'm going to introduce our work on ECCV 2022, Responsive Listening Head Generation, a benchmark dataset and baseline. This work was done by Harbin Institute of Technology and JD Explore Academy jointly, and support by the National Key R&D Program of China. Project can be accessed from the QR code. We targets at the most common activities in our daily lives, human face-to-face communication modeling. Roughly, there are two roles in communication, listener and speaker. In this process, the speaker transmits verbal and nonverbal signals to listener, and the listener provides verbal feedbacks to speaker with some intrinsic attitude. And in behavioral analysis area, all of these are well studies. Speakers' nonverbal signals can be their voices and verbal signals can be posture changes and facial expressions, etc. And for listeners, the nonverbal signals are similar while existing some patterns. For example, the symmetrical and cyclic motions express yes or no, frown or scowl expression show their disagreement. While in computer vision, most people focus on speaker synthesis in single-person communication, that is, generate speaker from audios only. And for listener synthesis, they just use some rule-based methods. In this work, we targets at modeling listeners in a double-person communication scenario, from speaker to listener. Related speaker-centric works include speech-to-gesture, speech-to-lip and the latest talking head generation. In all these three scenarios, there are only single person in communication, and care only about one role, speaker, while neglects another role, listener. Then, we want to fill this gap with modeling a good listener in double-person scenarios. The task can be defined as, generated a listener that can perceive information from speaker and generate feedbacks by its attitude. To accomplish this task, we first construct the dataset by capturing conversational clips from YouTube. All clips are filtered with strictly quality control, the frontal faces are clearly visible, the facial expressions are natural and stable, and the listeners would actively respond to speaker. The listeners are further annotated with 3 attitudes for better modeling. Positive attitude consists of agree, like, interested. Conversely, negative attitude consists of disagree, dislike, disbelieve, not interested. In general, attitude potentially guides the listener's behavior and consequently affects the conversation. The constructed dataset ViCo have several properties. It owns high-quality videos and audios, high-diversity scenarios and more crucial, it enrolls mutual interaction rather than a monologue. It is the first and large-scale dataset for realistic listener modeling in wild until now. We expect the ViCo dataset could benefit the face-to-face communication modeling in computer vision area and facilitate the applications in more scenarios, such as intelligence assistance, virtual human, etc. Based on the ViCo dataset, we proposed a baseline for responsive listening head generation. It can be roughly divided to 3 parts: speaker encoder for perceiving, listener decoder for feedbacks and render for visualization. The codes are public on GitHub. An example generation is shown below, and the figures right show the expression diversity and motion diversity of generations.
Ryan, because you are the last surviving child and being
for all those combined in the United States, Tesla has outsold
people who experience a lot of anxiety from seeing videos and images of other people having a ton of fun and, not knowing how to deal.
Issue of this, as you talked about here, what's rather extraordinary about this, among the many things, is President.
More results are shown in the project pages. Beyond this work, we held the first digital human generation competition on ACM Multimedia 2022. Many researchers in academia and industry came to participate in, and 4 papers are accepted. In next steps, we focus on the full circle of communication modeling. We expected to build interactional digital human that can both talk and listen. We start with constructing a dataset in a functional scenario, e-commerce. There are higher quality videos and more detailed annotations. For more information, please visit our project page. Thank you.